this show underway in just a moment. So the big question is this: how do voice artists like us, who are to take careers to the next level, but buy into the client, needing expensive demos, start bringing in new clients? How do you follow a clear path to changing your voiceover side hustle into your full-time, stick it those that couldn't? Those are the questions, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Earl Hall, and welcome to In the Booth with Earl Hall, where we know how to grind and don't quit. And good morning, folks. Welcome in to the show. I'm not sure why I'm not hearing myself in my headphones. Do I have on the right headphones? I think I do. There we go. Okay. These are the right headphones. All right, here we go. It has been a debacle of a morning this morning. I literally came in early. Well, maybe not so early for me, but at least around 6 a.m. this morning. I was here to try and do some work on my magazine. And of course, they wanted to do a freaking update on Windows. So Windows had to go through their little update. And so, of course, that just put me, it literally took an hour for Windows to go through their little update on this morning. I could not believe that it took that long for Windows to go through this daggone update. But at any rate, we are here and we are ready to go. If you want to call in this morning, once I open up the call lines, you see the phone number right there at the bottom of your screen. So you can go ahead and call in now and actually get into the queue. And I will go ahead and take your call when I start taking questions. You know, there are a lot of things that are going to try and stand in your way. And let me just tell you, this weekend, it was one of those I'm going to get in your way type of weekends. You guys heard me say I hired out someone to do my magazine, and I did. And a couple of days were going by, wasn't seeing anything. Lo and behold, Saturday evening, this person decides that this is too hard for them to do. Now, this is one thing that I'm always warning people about. Make sure that you know how to do what it is that you want to do. I already know graphics and things of that nature. I've put magazines together before online. I wanted to free up some time for me not to have to do that. So I actually paid someone, or attempted to pay someone, to construct my magazine. I've got all the images. I've got all the the articles and everything here. Put this together. Days are going by. I'm sending over instruction after instruction, as far as the order of the magazine, the layout of the magazine. Luckily, I did all of that because that's actually what I'm referring to right now, to freaking put this thing together as we speak. But it's all good. The magazine is going to be ready to go. It'll probably be done by me on Wednesday, but I'm going to have to do a little bit of tweaking and some things online to really get it prepared for distribution out to you folks. So I'm going to be having some giveaways of that. and some other things. Haven't quite decided how I'm going to do that, but I know I'm going to be doing a webinar on next week for folks that want to get involved in either inevitable immersion results or also voiceover domination. So we're going to be opening that up to some folks just for a few days before the end of the year to get ready, to get people ready to get this thing going right at the beginning of 2018. I mean, to hit the ground running. And I think this is going to be extremely important for the folks that are involved. I want to say good morning to everyone over on YouTube. Rich, Barbara, Mage, Dan, Ryan, Lenny. My phone is in my pocket and it just went off. So now I have to turn my phone off. Let me just do that so that it's going on. And it will, believe me, off during the freaking broadcast. I know it. All right. All of you folks over on Facebook, thanks for tuning in on this morning. Did get a lot of stuff. So let's see. Good morning, Ben. Good morning, Raymond. Good to see you over on Facebook. All of you folks tuned in over on Twitter, Periscope. Thanks so much for being here this morning. We're going to be talking about this morning about social media and how this thing can really ramp up what it is that you're looking to do over the course of the next weeks and months and years, actually. Just to build your voiceover career, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. So if you want to if you got a question you want to ask in regards to the topic of today, which is marketing your voiceover business on social media, then you want to go ahead and get in my call queue. The number is right there at the bottom. Just go ahead and press number 1. I always seem to forget how to, every time I have to type the word queue, it seems like it shouldn't be spelled that way, or maybe I spelled it wrong. I have no idea, but it's one of those words. Social media guys. Oh, okay. Mage Pro is asking about Purdue. That was funny. No, it was funny because I made a joke about that when I was at Indiana University on last week. I did go to Indiana University and had an amazing time with the folks there. I mean, had an amazing time being able to speak to those students, that group of young folks that are looking to graduate pretty soon and that is going to be out in the market. Even had a couple of folks approach me. I got an email over the weekend from one that's looking to be an intern for Earl Hall Studio. Spoke to one directly while I was there that's interested in being an intern for Earl Hall Studio. So it's going to be I'm going to be bringing on some additional help here pretty soon. And I know by the beginning of the year, I'm going to be putting out the audio from that talk that I gave at Indiana University on last week. It just makes more sense to put out the audio instead of video. It's just about an hour long. So it's one of those things, you know, you can listen to it passively as you're doing whatever it is that you were doing. The students there had some amazing questions in regards to the voiceover industry, in regards to audio production, gear, and things of that nature. It was a really good back and forth conversation. Some very intelligent questions that these students had. And I was just thrilled and honored to be a part of that whole thing, to be, you know, someone that was invited to come in to do that. So I want to thank all the folks over at Indiana University for making that happen for me on last week. And I'm sure some other things are going to come from that as well. Yeah, Windows can be crazy. That update took long. It was about an hour. So social media, so many people, I think, are in the dark when it comes to, and maybe I'm just being biased because I was in the dark when I was trying to look at how in the heck am I going to utilize social media to do this? One of the things that I'm going to really go into, why did I wear a red t-shirt under this? But anyway, one of the things that I'm going to go into with inevitable immersion results, as well as voiceover domination in the upcoming session that we have on this coming Saturday, we're going to be talking strictly about marketing. And I'm going to get into a little bit deeper than obviously what I'm going to go into today in the next 15 or 20 or 30 minutes or whatever. But I want to dive deep into that. Here's one of the main things that I'm seeing about the whole thing in regards to us utilizing social media appropriately. You want it right now. And social media is not a I want it right now place to market. You see so many different ads on social media when you're scrolling through your Facebook feed, when you're scrolling through your Instagram feed, even Twitter, you know, with the ads that are popping up, and particularly on Facebook. And those ads are shown to you because there's something in your profile or something that you've done or a website that you've clicked on that is giving Facebook a reason to show that ad up to you. And I think when people, in particular voiceover artists, look at how am I going to get business for my voiceover, for my voiceover business, how am I going to get business for this? I think what happens is they get into this mindset of, I've got to throw something up on social media that is going to help me get the sale right now. And that is the thing, more than anything, that is going to hold you back. It looks like I'm having some internet problems. Yep, I'm getting some buffering too, so bear with me today. But as always, we're going to be recording this, so it's going to be available to listen to as well. Have no idea why we're buffering like this, but at any rate, or maybe because I've got a couple of things on. So let me turn a couple of these things off. Like I have my laptop on that's using system resources as far as being on the internet and things of that nature. So hopefully that'll help out a little bit. But at any rate, wanting to have an immediate result is never going to happen with social media. I don't care what you see online in regards to people saying all you have to do is make a Facebook ad, all you have to do is throw up a Instagram ad, so on and so forth. The misconception that people have with social media and how to use it for business is becoming more and more amazing the more that I see how much I've messed up in the past. And it's through learning through those mistakes. So I want to give you some pointers here. Social media is not a place where you go and you want to get the sale right now. It's a place where you go in order to try and develop relationships with people. It's a place where you go to get involved in conversations that are already going on, centered around what it is that you do or what you have expertise in. Let me give you a prime example. On, I think it was last week, Monday or Tuesday, I talked about I talked about LinkedIn. And in regards to going in, putting in a search term, whether it's, video production or explainer video, whiteboard video, e-learning, putting in a search term, and then from there, trying to reach out to different people that can actually employ you. Now, here's the thing. If you go in and you say, you know what, hey, I want to do some voiceover work for you, they're not going to give it to you. Here's why. Reverse it. How would you feel about getting that? How would you feel about someone approaching you as a voiceover artist? Hey, I'm an audio production engineer, would love to do some audio engineering work for you. How would that go over with you? Or anything else in regards to someone trying to sell you something. First of all, you automatically know they're trying to sell you something. So you've got your defenses up already. But here's how it ought to be done. And I may have to cut this episode short. It seems like we are having some connection issues, and I really am not too sure as to why. I'm going to try and close out a couple of more of the browsers that I have open that I'm thinking may be involved with giving us some issue, and we will see how that runs or how that rolls. And I apologize. Some things you just can't do anything about. So I'm shutting down everything. Even Facebook. So I won't be able to see Facebook comments. But of course, YouTube comments I can see right on my screen. All right. Here's the process that you ought to go through when you're attempting to use social media to gain clientele. Go to LinkedIn, put in your search term, look up all the different groups that are associated with that search term. E-learning is a big industry. So let's say you want to get more clients in e-learning. So you look up e-learning inside of LinkedIn, you find out the different groups that are there concerning e-learning. You join some of those groups, you follow some of those people, you get connected with some of those people. And here's how it is that you get noticed and get awareness for what it is that you do. In these groups, you've got people asking questions and coming up with different scenarios. Basically, they need solutions to problems. This is your in. this is your in to use social media because you answer those questions, the ones that you have the answer to. No, they don't just have to pertain to voiceover. They can pertain to whatever it is that you have the knowledge to answer. That's it. What happens is, and I see this in particular, like even on even in our Facebook group for Steps to Voiceover Success, people ask questions, and then you have different people in the group answering those questions. And those people that are answering the questions in the group, all of a sudden, you people start making connections with each other because someone helped you do something. This type of same scenario goes on in every group and every social media platform that is out there. When you become the answer and solution